We're going to have a video first.
China is the fastest growing gaming market in the world, with 21% of all mobile gaming worldwide. At the center of this growth is Joyme and its ecosystem of more than 15 million passionate and vocal gamers, offering the most active user-generated content gaming community in China. An SDK embedding video capture directly into games so players can upload to China's largest social sharing channels. And game development and publishing with popular brands and IP. Joyme is now in the US as Joyme Capital, with a singular mission: help Western game developers succeed in China's complex market, leverage market and gaming expertise with the help of strategic investment partners. Partner with Joyme Capital and access the biggest game market in the world.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for your time to come here. Actually, it's my first time to make a public speech in English instead of in Mandarin. Please bear with me. I hope the PowerPoint behind me will help you follow along. I'm told I have an English accent, British accent. So please ask the question at the end if you would like me to clarify anything you don't understand because my three accents. First, I would like to share a little bit about me. Then some insights about the Chinese game market and how it has evolved. I will also share recommendation about how Western game developers can succeed in Chinese gaming market, which now is the biggest and the fastest growing game industry all over the world, actually. I have around 14 years experience in the game industry, even though I graduated from a medicine school and worked as a burn surgeon for 4 years. I love the game so much. Then in the 2001, I left medicine to pursue my passion. The year of the 2001 actually is the start point of the real financial growth in China. Before that year, most gaming in China actually is a pirate. So the industry of the game market actually meant the disc only sell $1. So soon after I switched from the medicine to gaming, I became a general manager of a leading game publisher in China. At that time, the total Chinese game industry revenue is around 300 million USD. I helped the company generate the revenue around 1/4 of the total revenue of that market. We were very proud. But that was short-lived. We didn't know what was coming next in China. We did not expect the total market revenue in Chinese gaming to soon grow so fast that it reached more than 20 billion USD currently. It grows around 60 times in 14 years. It was an exciting time. After that, I joined EA, the Electronic Arts, as a game producer. EA really helped me a lot to open my eyes to the global gaming industry. While when I was at EA, that's the PC era, you know. So actually when we want to create a new game, we require a team more than 100. And the time frame will around 2 years. The investment is around 10 million USD. But in the mobile era, we find a lot of change. So currently, we found we only needed 10-person team, maybe 6 months of time, and a couple $100,000 of investment to develop a mobile game. So all of a sudden, we were publishing clothes, in the PC age, we publish around 200 titles per year. But as we all know, currently, the daily games upload to the App Store are in hundreds. So to me, that meant you could no longer drive the attention from the whole industry value chain only by one product. It also showed me that the power of the community around the game, community in China, and also, I believe, around the world, has become the most powerful way to engage gamers with mobile games and to keep them involved. It's also the best way to introduce the gamers to the upcoming new game. So after seeing this, I made another change. My wife, Renee, and I founded a company called Joyme 5 years ago in China. Growing a big gaming community was our top priority. In community, users can talk about the issues they have in the game and meet the new friends who share the same interest. And also discover more interesting games. For the developer and the publisher, community can help their games be discovered and increase the stickiness of their games. Through the community, developer can easy also to host events, increase the competition, and the in-game spending. It's not easy to create a community. So here's some of the ways we have made it work and help the game developers reach even more consumers. The first one we called is a Joyme Wiki. We have hundreds of the employees and the reporters to working for this online site to allow the user to generate their own content, to read the story, and to make the comments on them, and to engage other players. It's now the China's largest game UGC community. We have around 50 million monthly active users, and over 300,000 contributors. They're very passionate in the site, and they create over around 3 million game guides. To the date, our mobile app has been downloaded more than 12 million times. And then, based on the feedback from our passionate gamers, research also show that the video capture was the next logic step. So in this June, we launched the Joyme Live 1 to let gamers capture video in their games. Today, with an exclusive partnership with the Youku Tudou, which some of you called is YouTube in China. They has around 100 million DAU in China. They are the largest video platform in China. So gamers can upload their games, the game video, to Youku Tudou. After they do this, hundreds of million people can see their in-game video capture. And we are not stopping here, though. Our new step is to cooperate with Youku to create and publish the games based on the popular in tech nature property, such as some cool movies, which the Chinese and the Asian consumer love. So that means we create games and publish the games. So for this recent experience, let me tell you about some 4 lessons we have learned. So the number 1 is community users are the core user. They are the users worth of the developer and the publisher's attention. Here's some data from the third-party research company. We have the 60% of our wiki users, they play more than 2 hours per day. And around 30% play more than 4 hours per day. And also, 60% of them really has a desire, want to contribute their game guides in our site. And also, from the commercial perspective, the above 60%, they want to pay, then download the apps. And also, 75%, they make the in-game purchase. So they are really the core user. The number 2 lesson is we focus our efforts to build the tools for the users can conveniently contribute their content. These efforts increase our traffic and the user base. Let me give you an example. For those players who love the card game, we create a tool for them so they can easily to share their lineup option and the tips when they want to pay more attention to when the PvP. So they also can share this to their social network. This grows our user base very rapidly. Yeah. The number 3 is you must boldly collaborate with the third-party social media. You need to believe your product is the best. So use their platform to promote your product. Listen to the user's opinion. And in China, we cooperate. The largest third-party media platform is Baidu Tieba. We run more than around 200 forums for the popular games. And we also cooperate with the Tencent game. We have become the largest partner to support their portal in the WeChat, which is the biggest social network in China, such as the Facebook in US. And the lesson 4 is you need to continue to expand, innovate, and upgrade your community. So like any the technology, our product is always improving. We heard from our users, the video UGC is highly required. So we launched Live 1 this June, as I just mentioned before. Live 1 has an advanced SDK technology which can be embedded in the game apps. So gamers has a most sweet scenario can easily capture the screen video and only 1 click to upload to Youku. Live 1 also has their own communities. So when a new game comes out, we run some events in the Live 1. The best video guides will be rewarded with the virtual items in the game. When in the player versus player competition, only the winner is rewarded, get their videos be published. We all know in the games, PvP stimulate the impulse spending. So that's the good example for the publishers to cooperate with the community. Our next step is to discover larger growth opportunities. So today, we're announcing the Joyme Capital in Bearview. Joyme Capital is interested in building relationship with the successful Western game developers. So the active gamers from our community can enjoy the creative Western games. You have no idea how much Chinese players want to engage with your games. You know, the US game industry is more mature than China has. But currently, China has the biggest user base all over the world. So Western developers are in the great position, have success in China, the largest game market in the world. Joyme Capital has its leadership team have over 20 years the local expertise in the Western game industry. So our team is dedicated to providing you players, the developers, with bringing your fantastic and creative games to Chinese complex market. Yes, it's really complex. So come to see us in our suite. And we are right around in the corner. So if you want to hear more in-depth detail about the Chinese game market, please come to our panel at 12:55 p.m. So thank you for being patient for my language. And I hope my information will be helpful for you. And now I'm open for the Q&A. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, questions from the audience about the Chinese market. So I have a question. What are the main reasons why Chinese users share the videos? Do you know the main reason why Chinese users, why do they like to share the in-game videos? What are the main reasons?
I want help from my assistant.
Hello, it's not working. Hello, yeah. 我想知道中国玩家他们主要来拍视频上传的原因。
So there are two reasons. One is they want to show, for sure, right? That's a social requirement. And also, more and more players, they are not that good as a gamer, but really has an interest to be a viewer.
Any other questions from the audience? A couple questions over.
Are you okay to catch that? Just pass it along so I don't take it now. Thank you.
We're playing hot potato. The figures you gave for the Chinese market, did that also include the cyber cafes with gaming?
Are you talking about the
Sure. Yeah, the revenue for the Chinese market, does that also include the cyber cafes?
So it's for 2002 or 2001 is a pass on now.
Yes.
所以在刚刚提到的数据里面，关于中国的市场份额，它有包括中国的网吧吗？
Sure, that's a total, market share. Yeah, the China the revenue they currently the portion relying on the net cafe lower than in the PC game era. Mostly currently we use the online payment, right? Such as Alipay in the mobile game, So from the App Store in the iOS and the Android mostly is from the local payment method. So the portion of the net cafe lower than before.
Gotcha.
There's a question for you to throw it to Jensen.
Yes. Behind you. Thank you.
What?
In China, is the user-generated content mostly by the users, or is it staffed by some writers from the mobile gaming communities themselves? 在中国，那个用户都是自己用户写攻略吗？还是游戏公司会自己派人在那里先写一些攻略？
We found actually, just as I mentioned, the titles released in the mobile game is much more than in the PC, right? So actually, most publisher they has no team can taking care of the strategy guides as they were in the PC games, right? So that's the opportunity, is here. And also the game is very more diversity than the game age. So that's an opportunity, you has the ability to operate a UGC community and encourage them, right? So that's a kind of the operation ability. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's it. Excellent. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right. So up next, we have a feature presentation